Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam here at the Stadium Course TPC Sawgrass. And Rich, this golf course hits you right between the eyes from the opening hole.
Opening tee shot, 426 yards, par 4 for the back tees. It's a very strange angle for the tee shot. Fairway tilts from left to right, where the tee box faces you from right to left. So you really have to hit an opening cut shot off the tee to give yourself the best option of finding the fairway here. Misses out to the right or left, leaves a very awkward angle to a green that sits up above you, but also slants pretty severely from left to right.
Well, let's set up for an exciting event. Can't wait to get into this. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Surely it's going to.
Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He finds himself in a share of fourth. The first of our birdie opportunities comes at the second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout. Look at the shot that this player possesses.
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one? Let's get back to it, shall we? Going for this green in 2, Rich. It's an exciting but daunting task.
The green is minuscule from back in the fairway. You know that you have a little bit room over to the left, but you're going to fall off into a low area. And if you miss it out to the right, you're going to find a very deep bunker on the right-hand side of the green. There's really no great miss around here, but if you're going to go for it, you have to know that your short game is going to bail you out no matter where you miss it.
Ooh, that's a tasty-looking chip. Top shot.
Such soft hands.
Currently 2 under for the day. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
That might be one club too many. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
This one's online. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? It's just about 3 feet away.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Great shot. This putt coming up is for birdie.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 5th.
Getting ready to play their third. Okay, step 1 complete, out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, the par 4 5th. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout. This one headed out to the left.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
What's a strange miss there, Luke? They've been hitting the greens all day long.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Lovely touch. Well played.
Judging it beautifully.
Leading by a shot after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4. This was his third.
Well, that's really well judged by John Rahm. Lovely effort, that. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A few shots under par at the moment. Currently in top spot.
They've decided to club up.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Well, that's a handy shot. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 8th.
That's inside the range. That'll help make a big move. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Woo, back there, horsey.
Nicely done.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
This for back-to-back birdies.
Okay, steady now. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Nicely holed. And for par. Currently in first position. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The front 9 at TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not. A big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that third shot so much easier into this tiny green.
Make this putt and you'll move into second on the leaderboard.
Oh, you know you want to.
How good would that have been if it had dropped? And back to the play, shall we? It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. The interesting choice of the driver here. And from the greenside rough here. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This one started out on a good line. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Sitting at 6 under for the day, currently in the lead. And choosing the 8-iron here. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
A birdie putt awaits. I like the look of this. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Looking really good.
That'll help your scorecard. Well hold. And let's have another look at that one.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Johnny Mac, what's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Jon Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
Yes, fantastic stuff. Gotta say, well done. Birdie guaranteed. Thank you.
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, let's get back to the action. Sitting at -9 for the day. Outright first here. And hitting yet another green here today. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Looks good.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Just didn't drop. 4 feet to the cup. And there it is. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems. Well, there's some excitement going on elsewhere.
Let's catch up with another Jon Rahm highlight, shall we? Fine effort from our man, currently chasing the leader.
Unbelievable shot.
From around 180 yards out.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
Going with the 7.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Looking for the draw, but not finding it.
Well, it was a solid shot. Out of the bunker and onto the surface. This putt was about 8 feet.
Yep, tracking well.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Currently at 10 under par overall. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt. And this one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Not a bad play, that one. Rich, why don't we catch up on some of the other action going on around the course? Well, this one certainly shaves a few shots off the scorecard. What about the long-range effort? Nicely holed. Okay, time to return to the action. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. If that's the right pace, this should drop. Just building upon his advantage, he keeps making the important plays. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Rich fortune favours the brave at TPC Sawgrass, but no more than here at the 16th.
You better be confident in what your abilities are, because if you get it wrong, you'll find out in a hurry with this second shot here at 16. You miss it right, you're in the drink. You miss it left, you're going to be in some mounds. You can catch a nasty lie, and that's not any place you want to be. It really is a difficult shot from over on the left-hand side. One of the most underrated difficult shots on this golf course. However, you're brave, find the center of the green, make eagle, and life's good.
He sits in first position. That really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack, and it's only the first round. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Oh, just missed. And this putt coming up for his par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with John Rahm trailing in second place. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack. Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. Well, if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. But there's just one more to play.
There's one final test. The second shot at 18, water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie, but par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC Sawgrass.
That's disappointing. Putting for a par here. The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. That's a nice way to start this tournament, opening up with the first